Shalom, and welcome back to B'nai Noach Academy, Thoughts on the Torah. Please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and of course, to share this wisdom and inspiration with friends and family. An amazing comment came in regarding the name that God named the human being. Of course, the first human being, the first male human being, actually goes by this name. This was also his personal name. But in general, all of humanity is called Adam, or many times in the Torah it's referred to as Bnei Adam, the children of man. Now, I mentioned that one of the primary reasons why we're called Adam is because it comes from the word Adama, or Adameh. Adama means earth. Adameh means similar. I believe that in that class I mentioned, or I emphasized the fact that Adam, we're called Adam because we are similar. We are Adameh le'elyon. The comment very interestingly said that perhaps Adam comes from the etymology, the root word of Edom, which is Hebrew for red, because he was created from red earth. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know. I tried to look it up. Perhaps I didn't do extensive enough research, but I didn't really find anything as to the color of the earth. But what I could tell you, what I did find, and what is very, very interesting and very telling, that in fact, the most primary reason why God called us Adam is because we are similar to the Adama, the earth. We were taken from the earth, and that's where God created our bodies. And here comes a very interesting thought and insight. The question is, what makes the human being unique? In other words, with what do we stand apart from the rest of creation, even or especially all of the living things, all the animals? Well, the fact is the Torah describes it, because we were given a special soul, a godly soul. As it says, God blew into us, right? He blew into man through his nostrils, so to speak. He blew in a soul of life. Whereas all the other animals, when they were created together with their soul. So there is some kind of closer connection, closer association between their physical and even their spiritual, so to speak, life. Whereas man was given a breath of life, a soul, a godly soul. In fact, the Zohar, the Kabbalah, the primary source of Kabbalah, explains that when somebody blows breath out from within them, they're actually blowing it from the depth of their inside. In other words, it's coming from their inner energy. Versus, for example, when one speaks, you don't exert that much energy. And that's why typically, unless you're screaming loud, where you're exerting energy, one can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. You know, think of a filibuster on the floor of Congress. Somebody can talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours without getting exhausted. But if you try to blow breath out from the depth of your inside, from your stomach, you can only do it that long, and afterwards you're going to run out of energy, you're going to run out of breath. Why? Because that's coming from within you. And that's why God uses this metaphor, this example, as to how he gave the human soul, how he gave the godly soul into the human. He breathed it in, he blew it in, to tell us that this is coming, so to speak, from the inside. This is an inner connection to God. And if that's the case now, here's the question. How come we're called Adam? Because of the earthly aspect of us, which is primarily or exclusively even associated with the body. The body was made from earth. Should we not be called something associated with what's really important about us, what's really special about us, which makes us so unique and different than everything else, and that is the soul? Why are we called Adam? Why does the Torah throughout refer to mankind as Adam, as man, or Bnei Adam, the children of man? Shouldn't we be called something about maybe soul, the soul possessors, or what it is? So the great Jewish thinkers actually explain it this way. Our primary greatness and our primary goal is not so much in the fact that we have a soul, a godly soul, but because we have this great aspect of where our bodies come from, the earth. When you think of the earth, we think of something very simple. But the truth is, some of the greatest godly powers, in fact, to some degree, almost total and absolute infinity, could be seen in the ground, in the earth, because the potentials that are there in growth, in production, producing, whether it's crops, whether it's whatever it may be, whatever produce it may be, and in the various minerals, the various things that are hidden in the ground that are yet to be uncovered. We think that we already know everything. We don't. There's so much more to be uncovered. The energies and so on. That is because the earth, although it's the lowest, but there is the greatest expression of the infinity of godliness. There you can see the potential without any limit, unlimited resources, unlimited potential. And that is the message when we're called Adam, because of the Adama, because of the earth from which we come. Because you see, the soul kind of is really boxed into what it is. It's a godly thing. You can't become more godly than godly. In other words, it starts off at the highest point. You cannot really drag your soul down. The soul will never cease being a godly thing. No matter how much somebody sins, no matter how much someone tries to soil their existence, the soul will remain intact. There's no way that you can take pure godliness and turn it into something else. However, the body, this is the message. The body can only go upwards. The body can only produce, can only grow. And that is what's up to us. That is the reason why God invested in us a godly soul, to give us the ability to utilize, to take advantage of, and to make materialize that potential, to bring it to something. And that potential is unlimited. So that is actually the greatest compliment to mankind, is to be called Adam, not so much because Adameh le'elyon, because I am similar to the one above, but more so because Adama, because of the earth from where we come from, reminding us of the tremendous potential and abilities that stand before us, and that we must take advantage of them.